Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well and staying very safe. Today, I'm going to tell a story that I like to call Why I No Longer Tell My Parents When I'm going to Play a Horror Game. I know it's a long-winded title, sorry about that, but it'll make sense, I promise. So this happened back in, I think, 2010 or 2009, somewhere about 10 years ago, and somewhere in that time span. And back then, going through the gaming community and the YouTube community was a horror game character called Slenderman. So if you don't know who Slenderman is, he's a super, super tall, lengthy kind of guy. He has a black dress shirt and a red tie, and of course black pants. And you really don't, I think he has black shoes as well. And his face is completely like white. It's just an all white thing, and it doesn't have very much detail to it. It's just kind of like a blank canvas face. And so when you describe him that way, he's like, oh yeah, that sounds kind of creepy. But back in the day when we were all younger and when that was raging through the gaming community and YouTube stuff, he was terrifying. I mean, his game, Slenderman the Eight Pages, is truly terrifying. And as a kid, I was looking at it going, wow, I want to play this game. I want to be scared to the point I can't sleep. So that sounds like a great time for me. And so I invite one of my best friends over at the time so we can play this stupid game. So he comes over to spend the night, and my brother knows we're going to play this game. So we're like, cool, yeah, we'll all three play it together. So we tell our parents, for some reason, that, yeah, we're going to play this really cool horror game, about the Slenderman guy, it's going to be so much fun. So if you hear us screaming, that's just that, So we go up, and we eventually head upstairs, all three of us. Me, my best friend, and my brother. We head upstairs to one of our rooms, and we turn all the lights off, because we're being real brave. We turn all the lights off. And we all three crowd around this laptop, and we start playing this game. And of course, about 10 minutes into it, we're freaking out, we're screaming, the whole shebang. And eventually, after about probably 30 to 45 minutes of playing, my mom calls us down, and she goes, boys, I made you guys brownies. And so we're like, oh, cool, brownies, that's sweet. So we pause our game, and we run downstairs. From the moment I walked down those stairs, I knew for a fact that there was something weird going on. Something was not right. And I didn't know what it was, but I just could feel something was wrong. So the moment we bound those stairs and we turned the corner, and we just there's mom just standing in the hall. She's like, yeah, I made you guys brownies. We're like, okay, cool. So we try to walk past her. And with our house, there's two ways to get to the kitchen. We can go through our, garage door mud room type thing where we kind of put our shoes and coats, or we can go through the living room. It's just kind of a big loop. And she was blocking off the garage door mud room way because that's the quickest way to get there. And we're like, why can't we go that way? She says, well, just go that way. We're like, but why though? And so about that time is when this figure kind of steps out, and we all kind of glance up, and there he is. The man with the white face, Slender Man himself. And so we see him, his stupid, terrifying white face, his dark as an abyss black coat, his black pants, and that stupid shining red tie. We see it all. And we are paralyzed with fear for probably a good 5 seconds, just paralyzed, just blank expressions, just do not know how to react. And after those 5 seconds were up, our minds were like, we're going to die. And so naturally, my brother throws me and my best friend to the wolves. And he's halfway up the stairs in the blink of an eye. You don't even see him move. He's just up those stairs instantly. And then me, being the coward I am, decides to hide in my best friend's belly. So I just grab his shirt and I just hide in his belly. And I'm sitting there like, please don't get me. Thinking, like that's going to stop a big monster from getting me. And my poor best friend, oh, my poor buddy, he just sits there locking eyes with this thing just... with true fear in his soul. I will never forget the look on his face. It was funny. It was hilarious. At the time, it was terrifying. Now it's hilarious. But it was just a genuinely terrifying experience. And so once we calm down and realize, wait a minute, there's just a prank. We look over to my mom. She's basically on the floor laughing. She's almost dying. She's laughing so hard. And then we hear snickering and laughing coming from the Slender Man himself, who turns out is just my dad dressed up. And so they tell us what they did. They tell us that they knew we were going to play this horror game, but they really didn't know anything about it. So these two jerks Google what Slender Man is. They do their research to find out what he looks like, how he acts, what he does. They do their research on it. And they put time and so much effort into scaring the absolute crap out of all three of us. They cut up one of my dad's old shirts, his old pure white shirts, so it's really tight fitting around his face to get that tight blank look. They get him in his suit coat and they just dress him up all the way. I mean, decked out. They went the mile for this. And it was truly terrifying. And so to this day, my best friend has never come back to spend the night because he ain't gonna have none of that ever again. And I can't say as I blame him. I would be truly terrified to spend the night with Slender Man in the house. And also from that day on, I will never tell my parents when I'm fixing to play a horror game. Thank you guys so much.